Howdy, Possum Patty here, and yes, it is hashtag Flip Through Friday, and I am flipping my little golden book, the Golden Egg book. This is a spring journal that I started on my last Flip Through Friday, and I think today I might do a page in I Love You, Grandma. This was one I had put together to put in stories and pictures about my grandmother. And I don't think I've journaled anything in here yet. And I just want to get it started. Because the more pages that I have done in a journal, I found the more enjoyable it is to journal in that journal. And so I've got to get it started. So come on along. I use these headbands to hold them together. Easier than tying and untying, I guess. So this little cat here just showed up. She heard me doing my intro, and so now now she's in here. See, here she is. She wasn't in here before, but she heard me talking, so she came banging on the door. So a Cosmic Smash book is actually you're just doing daily journaling, art journaling, memory keeping, nature journaling, all the journaling in one journal. And even though the cover is like a spring theme, every page is decorated a little differently. It doesn't matter to me. And the background on this page is from the gnome book that I have. And I have some printed out pictures. I have a red-tailed hawk up in the tree. This is March, so the leaves are not out on the trees yet. That's probably why I use this background. And down here is a nice chubby deer. And the saying is, collect beautiful moments. I spied with my little eye a red-tailed hawk out the bathroom window and a white-tailed deer out the kitchen window. So here I was just collecting little moments from nature. I did use scrapbook paper on this page, and this is some paper I got at the flea market. I got a lot of paper at the flea market this year for a really good price, so I've been using a lot of that. And of course, March 17th is St. Patrick's Day, and I didn't know it, but Mr. Possum took a picture of me when I was getting my corned beef dinner ready, cutting up the cabbages and the carrots. So this is a little candid shot he did of me. Got my green sweater on there for St. Patrick's Day. And this is a reproduction of an older St. Patrick's Day. Oh, actually, you know what? This is a reproduction of an older, like a vintage St. Patrick's Day souvenir, but it was part of this paper pack. And I love the green and purple, and there's my dinner right there. Carrots, potatoes, cabbage, and corned beef. And here it is cooking in the crock pot, and all these little images came from this. I believe it's a graphic 45 paper pack that I got. And I cut one of the little tags out like a frame, put the picture behind. And this tag I cut half of it off and then stuck the picture behind that one. So this is kind of a coordinated spread here with the purple and greens for March, and St. Patrick's Day. This one, I was having a lot of fun with the washi tape that I had gotten, which is like individual petals, and then you put them together and make the flowers. And I have a watercolor background, and I die cut some fabric grass at the bottom, and I made a pocket out of it. And in the pocket is a brochure from when we went to the book barn, which was awesome. Oh, and I've got a whole collage going here. May 26th, visit to the book barn and the bookstore cat. So there's a picture of the bookstore cat, and I have these kitty stickers on here. And I have Sparkle Mod Podge in the background. I think this opens up. There we go. And that is just a list of all the books they have and where they're located. This is a used bookstore that actually has three buildings in different locations, but all like within the same area. And it's like, it started with a couch and 3 bookcases, and it's grown to 3 buildings. And you have to watch the video on the Book Barn. I mean, I can't even describe the goats and the gardens and the walkways and the decorations. You can spend a whole day there for sure. So this is quite the mixed media page. I even have little pearl half rounds. So there's fabric and washi tape and watercolor all combined to make a spring pocket there. And I did leave the story intact in order in this little golden book. And this is probably National Geographic, I would think. And there's a little cheetah peeking over the page there. And I've got 2 elephants there. And I put this little heart up there because just to give that cheetah head a little support, because this is just like a magazine page. And oh, that's double-sided tape. This got stuck in it. I have to be careful about that. So go everywhere, see everything. The world awaits. And here's Flat Stanley with an African elephant. And we had gone to Cabela's April showers, took Stanley to see the animals and fish at Cabela. So this was a fun trip. I'm going to pause for a moment and fix this corner tuck. No matter how much glue or tape I put on things, things always come off. I don't know why. But Flat Stanley with his big giant elephant there. So we will turn the page carefully. Ah, and this is a really fun page. So this is a paper pack I got at Michael's that I love. And I have this beautiful black and gold ribbon, and I put bling blings. And the background with the crystals came out of like a magazine they might give you at Comic-Con. But I love the colors and the crystals. And I got this die cut. I think this was Coco Rosa. And the die cut is this black, I'm sorry, the die cut is actually this sparkly bit. And then I glued that to this pink and black paper and I cut it out. I put it on here with the moon. And this page is about a fun new flea market season has begun. And there was a hippie bus full of magical crystals. So Stanley and I went inside this hippie bus. And there were so many stones and crystals there to look at. It was amazing. I die cut the frame from some sparkly gold paper there. And these gold stars are already on that paper. So this paper pack is black and pink and gold with a lot of moons in it. But I love how this all came together. Completely different than this page. And this is a hippie page. Well, actually, there's a hippie bus on the other side of that card. And this is a very hippie page, isn't it? And I put the little squirrel there, and I made his tail out of layers of die-cut flowers with little bling-blings on them. And then I have all the groovy decorations in the background. And I chose to make the background of the page look like this because I got this friend mail card from Deidre, and it had these groovy stickers on there. Look at that. So I looked at this and I made that for the background. So look here, I put all the stickers in here. And thank you, Deidre, for that inspiration. And then we have a much more subtle page. This is a scrapbook paper pack from the Dollar Tree that had some animals on it. And I cut that out, layered some scrapbook paper there, and a picture, probably from a magazine or something, and a little stamp there with a deer on it. And this is another Happy Mail. And this was from Sharon at Connections of Lives and Interests. She did the painting on there. She made the card. So that is the first. Ooh. The book creaks like my bones creak, doesn't it? So that is the first signature. Quite a smash up of different patterns and ideas and designs and media. So we'll go a little bit into the second signature. And Amy at Doki Doki was asking me if I had a science fiction journal, themed journal, and basically I know I've put Star Wars and Star Trek and Guardians of the Galaxy and Aliens smashed in, cosmically smashed into different journals that I have. So this must be when we went to see Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Yes, it was. Oh, and I painted a picture of baby Groot with watercolors, and I actually copied it on this card because the original painting was a little too big to put into the journal. And I love this paper, like space with gold stars, and I put all these space stickers on here. And there's baby Groot. And then I made a journaling card with this is sort of like the poster, one of the posters for the movie. I just printed it out. And on this side is just a copy of our tickets, and did some stitching around the pocket here. And these stars are like one of those roller stamps, and then I colored them in different colors. And there's nothing in this pocket. You know what's supposed to be in here? The tickets to the show. And I believe TT ate them. Or yeah, I think TT ate the tickets. Oh well. I don't know why. She's done that a few times when I've had tickets on the table to go into the journal. It's the kind, you know, they print out with the paper. I don't know, she likes chewing on that. And this is more scrapbook paper I got at the flea market. And I cut out these little birds and added those, the two little birds. And just some nature journaling about some lichen. There is a low mist in the woods. It is a good day to study lichens. Henry David Thoreau. So this day I went into the woods to study the lichen. Oh, and there was this hole that somebody pecked into the tree. And I was wondering who lived there. All right, let's do one more. And this is an actual vintage Easter card. So I put it in some plastic because I didn't want to glue it to the page. What is this holding? Oh, that's for the other side. Okay. Might have to move that. And there is some more lichen, and it says find the heart, and right there is a little lichen that looks like a heart. And there's a pocket here with a card, and this is the pussy willows were starting to bloom, and the mist had put these dewdrops all over the pussy willows. They got these little birds everywhere. April showers and the morning mist decorate the pussy willow blossoms. I took a walk to study lichens on rocks and trees and found a critter hole. Got a little bit of trim on there. Let me put this paper clip back because I believe it goes to this side. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, somebody sent me this little mushroom. Oh, this is from Janet Nash. She sent me these things. Some happy mail from you, from Janet. It's got little hearts and mushrooms. An ATC. And it says creativity. Oh, this is a little card in a pocket here. So this comes out. Creativity takes courage. There's a little bird singing on the back. And it's sort of like a hidden pocket, isn't it? this wonderful collage, and she's outlined the hearts, and she's put gold. Gold is like Janet's signature thing. She adds a little bit of gold to everything. And then there's this little envelope here with a heart, and she's decorated that, and that goes in there. And then she sent this paper, I believe. This is like material that's been painted on. I cut this off the envelope. And this little mushroom tag. It's like a mushroom button. It's like a faux button. Really cute though. And this is the stamp, King Charles there from UK. Oh, and she sent me this too. Look at this, isn't it gorgeous? Little fairy with butterfly wings. I love the little faces she puts on things. And then all these little goodies she sent me. I added the mushroom paper in the background, but she sent me pockets and a fairy and a leaf. Beautiful flowers. I love how she does this. It's like a doodle on top of some painty paper. Okay, let's end with Janet Nash here. Okay, so, oh, and the mushrooms got little beads on the embroidery floss there. So add a little bit of sparkle. Oh, this is more. Oh, you know what? This is, this just goes on and on. This is Janet Nash too. And I just put this little flip in here. Today is full of possibilities. I think this is the outside of the envelope that she sent. It's like there was things in the envelope, outside the envelope. The whole thing was just so wonderful to receive. And the little girl in the woods with the deer. Okay, so we're going to leave off of there. And I'm going to put my bookmark back in here. And then on the next flip through, I will finish this up. I want to find something to put in my grandma journal. I just want to start putting things in here. Because like I'm really enjoying now this flower-shaped journal, because when I open it up, I've got things already in here I could look at, and it's just such a joy to open it up and just flip through quickly to get to the page where I'm going to journal. And I love looking at everything. I'm going to stop and journal a page right here next time. So I'm really enjoying this one more and more. And last time I did get a tiny bit done in this one. So I'll be doing more in the farm journal. Old MacDonald had a farm. But let's just get something into the grandma journal. Okay, the other day, when I was working in the beach journal, I noticed I had some beach papers in with the spring papers and some beach papers in with the summer papers and some beach papers in a plastic baggie that said beach on it. I'm like, I should probably like put these all together in the same place. And while I was doing that, I sat on the floor and I spread everything out and tried to organize it. Things just don't stay organized for very long because I'm really terrible about putting things away. Well, anyway, while I was doing that, the strangest thing popped up. And that was these things all clipped together. And I'm like, oh, I think this is for the grandma journal. And somehow it was in, I guess, the summer pack where the beach papers were. Don't ask me, just don't ask. But there are a few pages. On this one, I didn't keep the story in order intact. It's just randomly spread out throughout the book. And so I saved the pages that I did not use so I can cut maybe some of them for ephemera. And I saved these. And then this paper must have been cut off. Yeah, so this paper is the scraps from when I was making the page. So if I want to put pockets or something. So that was there. And then I have these Dollar Tree stickers that say Grandma, hugs and kisses. And this postcard of Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz's house in Beverly Hills, California. She sent me in May 4th, 1960. So we have 40, 50, 63 years ago. It says, Dear Margaret and kids, I am sending Deborah and Patsy their birthday presents and Patsy and Ronnie a book from Disneyland. Having a very good time. Love, Mother. Mother. That's not her mom. It's my dad's mom. Oh, and somebody wrote on here, 28 more days to my birthday. I bet you that was my brother. Somebody took the stamp off of there. Anyway, I found this somewhere, and I'm like, I got to put that in there. I don't have too much correspondence from her, and I probably put some in other journals already. Because, you know, I've been cosmic smashing. But I really need to go down to the magical basement and gather up pictures of her and maybe some more letters or cards or something that she sent. Well, anyway, I have this card with Lucy and Desi. And this is probably from Mr. Possum to me, because he calls me Lucy. Now, Lucy was my great-grandmother's name, but I don't think that's why he calls me Lucy. No, I don't think that's the reason. Okay, so what if this could actually be like a pocket, couldn't it? I could trim it just a little bit, and I could put the postcard. I'm not going to do anything to the postcard. I'm going to keep that original and just stick that in there like that. But I want a backing for this paper here. And so let me go find some paper. Well, this TV is very retro, isn't it? So I got out this paper pad, Candy Retro. And this is an older pad that I got at the flea market. And I kind of like this retro. I mean, just with this television, I mean, I just have to use something retro. They got cameras in here. Journey, adventure. Whoa, that's kind of crazy there, isn't it? It kind of goes to memories, light bulbs, records, radios, telephones. You can use stripes, typewriters. Oh, this one's kind of cool too. Let's see. Is this wide enough? Yeah, this would actually work. So what if I cut this to size and make this a pocket? This is going to be an easy page. I just want to get this book started. And then I'm going to give me the incentive to gather up more stuff to work on this page. All right, let me do some cutting and I will be right back. Well, I went over to the machine and I decided to change the color on the thread. I want to go with a light blue, but I had to wind a bobbin up first. And then I sewed around it one time and I looked at it and I'm like, it's like the tension wasn't high enough. The stitches were kind of loose. So then I sewed around it again. And I'm like, oh, let me make that tension just a little bit tighter. And I sewed it around again. Of course, I used a different stitch each time. First time was straight. and then I did a zigzag, and then I did a different pattern of a zigzag. Well, so it's got lots of stitches on there now, but I think all the loose thread should be sewn down with that last time around. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's all good. It's awesome, perfect. I just didn't want the loose threads, you know, to pull, to catch. But I think it's pretty good now. So all I have to do is glue this down. And I'm thinking, you know, this is all I was going to do for today. But the postcard mentions that she's sending me a book from Disneyland. And I don't know if I still have that book from 1960. I've moved so many times in my life. But it was I'm trying to remember, I believe it was fairy tales. Sure, was it Shirley Temple? No. Yeah, I think it was. Shirley Temple used to have a TV program with fairy tales on it. I'm going to have to look this up and see if I can find that book. I don't know. I don't think I have it, but I might have it around. So that would be a cool thing to put a picture of in the journal. End of the glue stick. I had, no lie, 4 open glue sticks, and I have used them all up in the last couple of days, which is probably a good thing. I had 4 of them because I had them, like, you know, in different places. A couple on the table, a couple in a journaling bag. I think I even had one in the big sewing bag. So this has got a little bit more in there. So let me get this pressed down. Very simple. So I'm going to put the postcard in there. And I'm going to add to this page. If I can't find the book, I'm going to at least journal about the book. Try to remember what it was. Maybe I can find a picture of it online or something if I don't have it. And because I want to record some memories. So I'm going to look for the book, and like I said, if I can't find it, I'll look online, see if I can find something like it, print out a picture, and do some journaling, and I'll add that in here. But I'm not going to do it tonight because it's going to take me a while. That's going to be like a project. That's going to be like a project I have to work on if I have to go look for it in the basement. So, but yes, I am happy to have something in this journal finally. And I am so happy I came across these things when I was putting away my beach stuff. So I'm going to, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I have these big, yeah, I still got a pile of stuff over there. I have these big bags. Now, I use the jumbo size hefty, so you can find these in the store, and they're called jumbo, and they're large enough to put a full sheet, 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbook paper in. So this is what I'm going to do now. Every time I come across something for the grandma journal, I will put it in here. And I think I have a marker. Do I have a marker? I know, I'm terrible. I try to get organized, but you know how that goes. What is it? I love you, Grandma. Okay. I love you, Grandma. And so I'm going to find things and put them here. See, what I did with the old McDonald farm, since this is a memory keeper, I actually went through some old journals and picked out enough pictures, because they're so large, to put like one on each page, sort of. And I have enough pictures already picked out in order that I'm going to put it in. So this one's going to be sort of more in order as the farm was being built and as we got animals and things like that. Where this one is just going to be random memories. When I think of something or I come across something or remember something, I'm going to add it in. So at least it'll all be in here. So there is not one right way to do your memory keeping. You can do it in sequence, chronologically. You can do it, like I said, as you remember things and you want to write them down, or you come across something, or I'm cleaning something out and I find something and I thought, oh, I want to put that in here because it has something to do with my grandparents. That's what I'm going to do with that one. So no right or wrong way to do your memory keeping in your little golden book journals. You do you. And I just want to say thanks for coming along today. Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.